Hi dear friends, this is Marina and you're watching the monthly forecast for Sagittarius for the period between the 21st of June and the 21st of July. And in the beginning of this period, on the 21st of June, we have both the Sun and Mercury entering Cancer at the same time and your 8th house. And the Sun will stay in your 8th house during this whole month. And this is a really important position for you because the Sun shows the main area of our attention. And when we talk about 8th house, well, honestly, this is not an easy position. 8th house is related, with some kind of critical situations or some kind of, intense emotional experiences, but they are usually not easy to handle with. So probably during this month, you can feel a little bit more, there can be some kind of tension in your life. This might be just some kind of, inner way that you feel. It's not necessarily related with some kind of concrete events in your life. However, those are still possible. And they can be, they can require from you to change something, to make some kind of transformation. 8th house is the house of transformation. So it's either, something critical or a change. You can't keep everything as it is. And when the Sun is in 8th house, it can happen, it's not necessary to happen in a very dramatic way. However, some kind of personal transformation can happen during this month. On the other hand, the positive side of 8th house is that it's related with all kind of investments, working with money or attracting money from other people. So, for example, if your work is related with that, something related with finances or investments or, the bank sector, then this transit can actually be very productive for you. It's just a time when you're really focused on all kind of, all of these activities. So from that perspective, this can be a productive time for you. Or if you would like to invest in something, or if you need financial support from another person or from your partner, then the Sun in 8th house actually can support you to achieve that. However, on an intellectual level, and how you think, how you feel, this can be a more challenging time. And Mercury is also in 8th house, which is a time when you can go deeper in some kind of topic. So, for example, if you're learning something, or if you practice some kind of, something related with esoteric or some kind of occult knowledge or, something spiritual, then this can also be a productive time for you. And we should mention that actually the Sun will join Mars in Cancer and your 8th house. So Mars is a planet that can bring some kind of tension, some kind of traumas or, conflicts. This is just the nature of the planet. So when the Sun and Mars are both, conjunct in your 8th house, you should be careful with everything possible. For example, I wouldn't recommend some kind of dangerous or extreme sports during this period because, some kind of critical situations are possible. So, try to avoid that if possible. Also, try to avoid taking too serious, financial risks. And, it's possible that you might be more impulsive in terms of financial decisions or, some kind of credits that you may want to take or something like that. So just be prepared about it and, try to plan things and to keep calm as much as possible. Also, we have on the 23rd of June a new moon in Cancer and your 8th house. So this is a time when you can put the beginning of something like a new project, a new activity. And in your case, this can either be related with something financial, for example, making some kind of investment or attracting the support of others, financial support especially, or for example, starting some kind of energetical practice. Well, for example, this can be something like yoga or something like that. Starting this activity can help you really to manage with this energy, to handle with this energy. So that's a positive way to use this transit. And of course, if you plan such a project, it's better to avoid the 2 days after the new moon, because 2 days after the exact new moon, the moon is still invisible, and it's not a beneficial time to achieve something material and visible. So if you want some kind of material visible results, it's better to wait around 2 days after the new moon. The other ingression that we have is on the 5th of July, and this is Venus, which enters your 7th house, and Gemini actually. And this is a very positive transit because Venus is the traditional ruler of 7th house. And when it enters this house, there is a synchrony between the energy of the planet and the house, and the influence is stronger and more positive. And it suggests that this is a very positive time in terms of relationships. There can be more harmony in your relationship, or how you communicate with people. Of course, we are talking about close interactions with others, like your romantic partner or husband or wife. But 7th house is also our client. So, for example, if your work includes working with clients, then Venus transiting your 7th house can bring more harmony there. There can be a closer emotional communication with these clients or people, or with your partner. Or this is also a great transit for starting these new relationships and communications with others. And those type of communications, they're more emotional. It's not, so routine communication. It's more about emotionally connecting with others. So from that perspective, this is a great transit. And then we have on the 6th of July, Mercury entering Leo and your 9th house. And we expect that there will be some kind of improvement of the current situation and how you feel. Because 9th house is really a positive house. It's related with our future, with dreaming for the future, with setting our goals for the future, also with receiving new information. So when Mercury enters your 9th house, this is a very positive time when, for example, you can start to plan something related with your future, or you may travel to somewhere. For example, some kind of trips can be more beneficial. Or if you need to take some kind of exams, this is also a beneficial transit, or just to learn some kind of valuable and important information. And after that, we have on the 10th of July a full moon in Capricorn and Cancer in your 2nd and 8th house. And well, this is a strange situation. The full moon is a time when we can face with some kind of conflict or some kind of challenge. And in this case, the chances for possible conflicts or problems are increased because we have also Pluto and Mars included. And in your case, they actually activate 8th house as well, which is, even more, adding even more, tension and, possible challenges. So in some way, this full moon can bring some kind of tension for you. However, it can also be related with achieving some kind of visible results in terms of something financial or related with your resources. So, for example, your financial income, and it's about the money that you earn with your personal efforts. That's what 2nd house represents. all of these things can change in some way for you. For example, you may decide that you need to change how much you're spending, to put some kind of order in your finances, or to make some kind of investment, or even this can be a personal decision, conscious decision about investing in something or spending money on something valuable. So this is the positive side. And as I said, there is still a risk for some kind of challenges and difficulties and unexpected situations. So try to be careful, try to avoid taking too serious, big risks. And after that, on the 20th of July, we have Mars entering 9th house. And there should be a relief for you after that, absolutely, for sure. Because when Mars enters 9th house, it changes the focus of your personal efforts more on things that you're trying to achieve in the future, or setting some kind of goals for the future. So in some way, you should start to feel better, and things should become much more optimistic for you. Of course, this transit will influence the upcoming month, and we're going to discuss in details what's happening for you there. But from now, you can just be prepared that after the 21st of July, there should be a relief and a positive shift for you coming. So my general advice during this month is to try to avoid big risks and critical situations, or some kind of sudden changes in terms of finances. And after that, the upcoming month promises to be easier and more positive. So thank you very much for watching, and if you're still not a member of Mars Stars, I would like to invite you to join us, because members receive the forecasts before they're officially published on their email. And I will put a link below so you can sign up if you want to. And of course, for some kind of questions or comments, you can leave them below as well, and I will be happy to answer as soon as possible. Thank you very much again, and see you soon.